on deck for review today is the Streamlight TLR-4. The 4 is the one with the laser light combination. We'll do a little bit more shooting here and then go ahead and get into comparison with a few other flashlights out there on the market and see how it looks at night. While we still have some light out today, I wanted to show you the lights we're going to be using in our nighttime test. This is the Maglite Double D 104 lumen LED model, and obviously we have the TRL-4 that we have here. And this one here is the 300 lumen model TLR-1S. This one here, again, 300 lumen model. It's not the original one. It's the second one, and it's not the newest 600 lumen model. So we're going to a few different lumen ranges, and we're going to show you how it looks up next. First up, we're going to have the Maglite that you saw earlier in the video. Again, this one here is the 104 lumen model. You can see there the direct beam does illuminate that barn out there, which is about 30 feet away from where I'm standing here. But the peripheral light is, I guess you could say, lacking, maybe leaving something to be desired. Next to that, we're going to shoot the TLR-4, which you see there, definitely a whiter light, and the ambient light, or I guess the light around the main beam, if you will, outside of the direct throw, is much better. So you definitely get good peripheral vision if you're out searching or something like that, as well as illuminating the target. That's with the light and laser on. You see just the laser, you guys can see it out there. So it's definitely very visible at night in dark conditions. And I'm not sure how well it comes across to the camera, but in person you can definitely see that laser. It comes up pretty well. So even within the bright light there. Up next we'll have the TLR-1. As you saw before, there's the TLR-4. And next to that, this will be the 300 lumen TLR-1. Again, this is the 300 lumen model. They do have a brighter model out now, as well as the earlier model that was a little bit less bright. And see the video, I'm going to link in here if you guys want to see that. Again, TLR-4, 300 lumen TLR-1. You can see the difference as I'm moving back and forth in brightness. You can also see a difference in the peripheral light. This one definitely is brighter. That said, the TLR-4 definitely still illuminates the same type of area, just not quite as bright. So that's the difference in the light. So you saw how it compares to a few other lights, but we're going to see how it works out here when you're actually identifying targets. Go ahead and load up the pistol, take a few shots here. So as you can see there, no issues identifying the targets with the light. May not be the brightest thing ever, but the laser's on, the light's on. It's definitely an advantage at night. Let's go ahead and take a closer look here at the light. First thing we'll cover here is the switch here in the back. If you have it all the way over here to the left, and you go ahead and hit the rocker, it's laser only. So you guys can see that little laser dancing around there. If you put it in the middle, it's going to be flashlight only. And if you put it all the way over to the right, it's going to be both. I'm not sure how well you guys can see that laser in the camera. For some reason, this camera doesn't pick it up on this background, but trust me, it's very visible in real life with your eyes. You can see it easily. Again, on the operation, it does have a toggle switch in the back, which is a rocker switch, just like the TLR-1 or 2 for those of you guys that are familiar with it. You can have temporary on, momentary on, pushing it this way, or if you want to lock it in place, it does have that option as well. So if you want to have a constant on while you're searching or something like that, that's up to you. Tactics will dictate that, obviously, like always. And for mounting, you can see here, it does have different inserts, just like the bigger brother, the TLR-1 or TLR-2. For those of you guys unfamiliar with that, I'll put a link in here for my review of that light. But it has different inserts depending on what kind of rail you're going to use, and it tightens down the same way. So you always just want to finger tighten it down. Get it as tight on there as you can without using the tool, so that way you're not upsetting the frame harmonics, if you will. One thing that is absolutely different, though, from the bigger brother is this little clip it has on here. Once you mount it on the gun, you have to slip that clip in there, make sure it's tight. And the manual for the light actually says right in it that if you don't put that on there, it may come off under recoil. I've never tried it and tested it, but it's just something to keep an eye on. If you go ahead and put it on, I recommend putting it on. They wouldn't put that warning in there for no reason. Well, I'm going to go over the specs here before I get into my final thoughts on it. When you go ahead and turn that light on, shine it on you, that's 110 lumens coming at you. Those 110 lumens are powered by one CR2 lithium battery, and they last for 1.5 hours of constant on with the flashlight. If you go ahead and switch that over to laser only, it's going to last 11 hours. So depending on how you use it is going to depend, obviously, on how long it's going to last. The light weighs in at 2.8 ounces. It's got a polymer housing as opposed to a lot of the other lights on the market, which are going to be encased in an aluminum housing. It is water resistant. This is the standard model that fits with a bunch of different types of 1913 style rails or Glock rails, things like that, more common modern rails. There is a version out there that does fit the HK USP guns. That said, that version is a little bit more. Speaking of cost, this gun, I just checked before I made this video, which is February 2013. This light is coming in on Amazon for $105 shipped. So if you're looking for a budget light that is made by a reputable company that's going to have a good warranty, that has decent lumens. I mean, it doesn't have a ton of lumens. There's, as we all know, the race for more lumens and more lumens is ongoing every day. But most people are going to be okay with 110 lumens. So if you're looking for a light with decent lumens that has a laser capability, and that's a whole nother video on itself, but if that's what you're looking for, this is definitely probably the way to go if your budget's anywhere $150 and down. Because when you start getting into the lower end, and you start talking about some of the, I guess, budget Chinese lights out there, most of them, in my experience, do not handle recoil well at all. They're built for airsoft guns. That's the only thing they're going to handle, and honestly, a lot of times they don't even handle the airsoft guns very well. So if that's what you're looking for, a little gun, a light you can use on a real gun, and that won't break the bank, this is probably the one you could look at. I've always had good experience with Streamlight in the past, and I'm pretty sure this light so far has stood up well. I'm pretty sure it'll stand up pretty well going forward in the future. Anyway, as always, guys, if you have any questions about this light, anything else I review here, you can go ahead and post those comments below. You can also post them over at my Facebook page. But thanks for watching, thanks for subscribing, and we'll see you guys in the next video.